Hey, folks.
Hey, what's up? What's up?
Welcome back to another live edition of Not Enough Thumbs.
Not enough.
It is Palm Sunday,
It is.
March 29.
So, we said we weren't super thrilled with this theme.
However,
we're struggling. We were struggling to find. Excuse me. Yes. We were struggling to find movies that were free that we could watch within this theme.
yeah.
We found one last night. Not a movie, but a series.
And it's an older series, I think, from the early 2000s.
2007.
So, I think this is actually one of the popular ones, and it is...
Mad Men.
Yep. Folks in the advertising business.
From the 1960s.
Yeah. Okay, there you go. I was wondering what decade it was.
So we didn't realize that pretty much everyone smoked everywhere all the time. From
All
the
the
second they
time.
wake up until they're literally laying in bed smoking.
Oh my goodness, it's crazy that smoking was so
So
prevalent back then.
gross. And I can't imagine it was like that with everyone. Maybe just the elite
I guess
Proud.
it was the thing to do.
guys. Excuse the interruptions from our spawn. We are hatching out chicks. So
Yeah.
they're all in here watching and waiting for the eggs to hatch. We had one chickie hatch out of its egg so far, and we've got hopefully 12 more to go.
I was just sitting in the chair, and all of a sudden I hear this other
He
sound.
starts hearing peeping.
Tweet, tweet. I'm like, what in the world?
Then he yells for the rest of us, "The chick hatched!" So that's kind of fun. So we're watching and waiting. It's like watching a pot boil in
Yeah.
the stove. Nothing's happening.
It
Nothing's
is fun,
happening,
though.
and then all of a sudden it happens.
Maybe last month I got to see my first egg laid by a hen, so that was kind of cool.
Now we're watching our first hatchings.
Yeah.
So it's fun. Anyway, Mad Men. So we're 2 episodes in so far.
I'm impressed. I'm interested by what is happening in the story. I am surprised at the difference then versus now with regard to the treatment of women. Men and women in the workplace. My goodness, if they are portraying what it was like there in the '60s in the city, I suppose, is terrible.
Yeah.
It's so bad.
Women were treated like every man's property.
Objects. Yeah.
Instead of, yeah.
No respect.
Married men had no respect for marriage.
Yeah.
They would sleep around
So
whenever it was convenient.
That was a shock. John Hamm's character, we see that he's ends up staying the night at this woman's house, and then later on we learn, he's coming home to a family with 2 little kids. So there's that.
Yeah.
But that is nearly every male in that office space, pretty much.
Yeah.
Take the women into behind closed doors, and it's. Yep.
It's really sad.
There you go.
So the main character from The Handmaid's Tale is one of the girls in this one.
She kind of
looks young.
looks. She kind of looks. Okay, yeah. I was gonna say she kind of looks the same, but
She looks young, younger version of herself,
Yeah.
of course. But yeah.
yep.
So I didn't realize she was in this. So that was kind of neat to see her in this.
And John Hamm, like we said earlier, I really only know him from Top Gun Maverick. He was the air boss, went by the call sign of Cyclone in that movie. Kind of Maverick's antagonist for a short while. So here you go.
All right.
Now he's the lead in here.
So the developing part of the story that we're seeing is his wife is kind of in this psychotic episode.
Yeah, she's dealing with these episodes where her hands kind of go numb.
Well, and she's saying weird things, and she's starting to, it's like she's going a little bit crazy.
Yeah.
So maybe a mental breakdown, maybe just a lot going on with her knowing her husband is not faithful, or I don't know if she knows, but I would imagine these women suspect it. How would you not suspect anything? Wouldn't
Yeah.
he come home smelling like someone else?
That's what I'm thinking. Yeah, that would be the first sign.
I don't know. Maybe that's just how things were, and so they just accepted it. But I don't think that would be me. I don't think I would be accepting of that.
Yeah, I imagine that, we're in the middle of the city in this really high profile job, advertising. Right now they are in the middle of advertising cigarettes.
Yeah.
Lucky Strike.
Lucky Strike, yeah.
Lucky Strike, yeah.
And then they're in the process. Yeah, it's an advertising firm, so that's what the main story is revolving around. And so then they help all these different people with their advertising and try to promote it.
Yeah.
So interesting so far.
It does have my interest.
We can't really rate it yet, but we wanted to hop on because we didn't watch anything else this week. We had a busy week.
And, of all the things that we've watched so far in this category of St. Louis, even though that includes if the actors were from St. Louis, and John Hamm is the one that's from St. Louis, this is one of the more interesting things that we've watched, I think.
Yeah, it's keeping our interest just to find out what's going to happen, for sure.
Yeah. It's well done. Actors do a good job. You really despise just about all the men are acting like pigs. Yeah, they do a good job of that.
Yeah, not a good one yet, really.
Yeah.
But, yeah. So, we'll see what happens. So, we will get back with you on the rating next week. We plan on finishing the series this week, or at least getting deeper into it this week.
Yeah.
And then we will give it our number review next week.
Yep, and that is when we are going to notify you guys on what April's category is going to be.
Yeah, our new topic.
The big reveal. I feel like March has lasted forever.
Well, because it was February and March
over.
together, because we
That's
only
right.
watched 2 things in February. But I only have 1 more week of work at my early morning job, and I will be done with that. So I will have more movie watching time for my evenings, which will be nice.
Yes, it'll be nice.
So, anyway, guys, thanks for tuning in, and we will catch you on Tuesday for our movie review.
Yeah, where are we at?
Like, subscribe, and ding it.
All right, see you guys later.
Bye.